What up, guys? So this is Idos. If you haven't joined, make sure that you join them through this link right here. So you can quickly come to Twitter, and then you search for their name, Idos the network. Then you come to the tweet, you'll find the link there, or I'll put the link also in the description of this video so that you can access it. Okay. So this project came in about um about a month ago, or some will say 2 months, depends on when they got the information. So usually people get the information, then they actually begin to share it until the airdrop goes live. But the whole thing started a month ago, and people have been on it for quite a long time. So we are a bit late on it, but here is the good news. The actual total allocation for this token is 1 billion tokens, and the token will be called Idos. Okay, so it is 1 billion Idos token, as you can see from this spec here. Okay, but now they posted something yesterday which I wanted us to look at. That is the Idos allocation and distribution, which is how much you are more likely to get based on the points you have and what you are going to do to either get more of it. Okay, and also it also gives you a breakdown of the distribution of the whole token as to what it will be used for and how it will be used. Okay, so here, as you can see, introduction to the Idos token allocation distribution. Previously they said 41% will be to the community, so let's see if that will be true here. Okay, so they are saying now Idos is the utility token of Idos. Okay, the decentralized identity network enabling entity portability for the stable coin economy. So meaning it has more to do with stable coins like USDT, and usually stable coins are built on the ERC20 network. Okay, something like Ethereum, which is more stronger and faster, but Ethereum can't handle mass transaction like BNB does. Okay, so usually stable coins are on the ERC20 network, and the actual token allocation is 1 billion, as you can see from here. As they're saying, as we approach the token distribution event with the TGE, which is expected to be in this Q4, here is a transparent lookout of the Idos token supply we will be allocated. Okay, so they are saying 41% to the community, like we said, 41% to the community. I want to zoom in. Okay, so 41% to the community, 15% staking rewards. Okay, so when you stake you get 15% rewards, and then 12.5% community sales. That is, they will be selling some before, I think, the TGE, which will be more of a pre-sale kind of something, and then 8.8% user incentives and airdrops. Okay, so the breakdown of the community, 41% entails 15% staking rewards, 12.5% community sales, 8.8% user incentives and airdrops. So if you participate only in the airdrops, you are more likely to get part of 8% of 41%. So I hope you get what I'm saying. And that will also mean that if you want to increase, you have to engage in the community sales, and then you have to engage in staking rewards. Okay, that's what will maximize your actual allocation. And then they are saying 10.9% for the team and advisors. That is indicated in ash over here. And then also with the user interaction, the user incentives and airdrops, there is 1% InfoFi campaign. So with those doing just the campaigns, you go to their Testnet site, you like, you retweet, those stuff, you are getting only 1%. So that should explain to you, if you get one token there, you know where you are coming from. And then 1.5 to Idos app campaign. So meaning there's actually an Idos app, you have to go and find it, and then you download it. I'll make sure that I'll do a video on all these things so that we maximize our gains on this. Okay, and then there is 2.5% marketing and incentives. So that would be, let me say you engage in community activities, you will get some rewards and all that. And then 3.8% FCL holders airdrops. So it's more of, as you are holding, you'll be getting some incentives, which will be strictly something of, so far as you're holding on their network, because these people, they have their own network. As you can see from here, they are saying Idos network. Here is it, Idos network. So with these people, they actually have a nice breakdown of what you are more likely to do to increase your allocation. Okay, what you have to do to increase your allocation, they have actually given it. So airdrop with the FCL community airdrop, which is 3.8%, airdrop to more than 22,000 wallets holding FCL. That is snapshot already taken on June 20th. So if you are holding FCL on the Idos network, or you participated in the FCL and then you are also inside the Idos network, then I'm sure they may have passed out some information for you to provide some details for them to give you what you actually deserve. Okay, so the vesting time for this is 6 months linear vesting, and I think all that has been carried out already, because they are saying that snapshot for this has already been taken, as you can see from here. Okay, so from there, community reserves 5.0%, that is reserved to be allocated to the community for growing the Idos ecosystem. That is, if you engage in this like, retweet, engagement and all that, then team advisors are getting 10.9%. That's almost 11%. Okay, then building partners will also get 7.6%. So imagine if the number of building partners are only 6, they are getting 6%. Okay, so that is something huge for them, and that would be more of a consolidation for them engaging in the network. So the best way to make the most out of it is actually be in the whole team. But if you are on our end, you're more likely to get something, but not something to sustain you for 11 or something. Okay, now with the Equals Association, they are saying listing and liquidity reserves, which is 9.5%. Wow. Then supply reserved for liquidity in exchanges, including dexes and secure potential listings. We are trying to limit allocation in this bucket to the extent possible. Any amount not allocated will go to the association's treasury to support the growth of the ecosystem, which means they will be providing liquidity. Okay, listing and liquidity reserve is 9.5%. So 9.5% of the whole 1 billion will be used for liquidity, which will be quite good, very, very, very good. So like you are saying, you can see here they've highlighted your part, which is 41.2%. But remember, we've actually broken down the whole 41.2%, which means there is something that you do that you get more, and there's something you do you get less. Okay, and I think from here there's staking reward. That is, staking is the main mechanism for Idos to bootstrap participation and network security. A total of 150 million Idos, which is 15% of total supply, is allocated to staking rewards, planned to be distributed across 10 years in a staged emission schedule that balances early participation with long-term sustainability. So literally what they are trying to say here is that this whole thing, they will be giving 15% of the total allocation or the total supply to staking rewards. Now the interesting part is that they are saying that it is a plan to be distributed across 10 years in a staged emission schedule that balances early participation with long-term sustainability. And that can also tell you that the price of the Idos could be high. It could be more than $1. That is the reason why they are going to be vesting it for a period of 10 years and distributing it across those very time periods. So it could be that within that very 10 years they'll be giving it to you for 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. So every 3 months you will be getting some. Okay, that's very, 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 very huge. So if I stake, I'll be getting rewards in fixed ranges of time for a period of 10 years, which is very, very good, guys. This thing can really cook, but let's see what could happen. We've seen airdrops which are more promising, but they list and then it's more like helter scatter everywhere. Okay, so what they're trying to say is let's get you up to speed with the latest development on Idos. Of course, I want to get this, so I'll put in my email here, and then I subscribe. Okay, because I want to be getting updates on these people. Okay, so with that said, let's go back to the X account and see. Idos participation is quite not that much huge. It's not that much huge, but I want to take you straight to the Testnet site so that you look at what is going on over there too. Okay, so as you can see, I've installed the Idos app, and it seems the connection it has to do with it doesn't have a direct redirect option. Okay, so you have to do it from your PC. Okay, so we are going to end it here because this is mainly for the token distribution and how they are going to share the whole thing. So with this information, make sure that you make the most out of it, and make sure you also share to your friends and like and subscribe, and I'll bring you more updates as always, guys. All right, so I'll see you again in another video. Peace out.